Hello and welcome. You are gaming with me, Brothgar, and this is Heroes of the Storm. Now, if you don't know what Heroes of the Storm is, you might have been living under a rock because it is Blizzard's latest game here. They're getting into the MOBA arena sort of thing going on right there. And so it's a lot like Dota, a lot like League of Legends, a lot like Smite, and other games like that, where you have certain lanes and you basically fight over each other's base, and whoever's base dies first wins the game. Sort of deal. Not if your base dies, but if you kill the enemy's base. That's how that works. It's a MOBA. You obviously understand it. It's a very competitive sort of game that people really get into. Now, some people who are big into the MOBA world are saying that Heroes of the Storm here is a casual MOBA, and I got to admit, it is a lot easier to pick up and play, as I've only played a couple of matches thus far. I played several games with Diablo, Nova, Tyrael right here, just kind of getting into the early aspects of the game because that's what I'm doing here. First impressions of a game that really don't know a lot about. And I got to admit, the game is a lot of fun. So example, if we were to look at Tyrael right here, he is one of 36 different heroes that this game is going to be launching with. And he's free to play right now. And he's probably my favorite character that I am playing with thus far. Right behind Diablo, because Diablo is an absolute beast wherever he is on this list right here. It'll just like to show up and smash them down. And of course, as you would expect, many of these characters have different skins that you're going to unlock at different levels and for different amounts of money. But Tyrael is one of those warrior players, and that is what I'm focusing on right now. So all in all, I got to admit, I'm really enjoying this game thus far. How it works, as far as you get different levels, you level up your heroes, and then you get different skills. There isn't an item-based system in this game at all. So the entire team levels up based on experience points. So whoever's killing stuff and getting experience points, capturing bases, killing the enemy, that all works towards building up that experience base that levels up your entire team at the same time. So as you level up, you get these different runes, essentially. If you're familiar with the Diablo game, Diablo 3, basically, you get different runes that affect your skills of your character. Then you can build your character over that way. So it's not terribly complex, but at the same time, there's a fair amount of different builds that you can do on a particular hero. But the idea is that you shouldn't take a long time to actually kind of learn that hero and how it actually plays. However, when you throw this into a team aspect, there is a lot of stuff that goes into that, which is really giving this game a competitive atmosphere. Because all in all, if it was just that in one map, I don't know if it would be that great of a MOBA. But if we come back to the different types of games that you can actually play right here, I don't want to play. Can I please go back, please, to the main menu? Yeah, they got to work on their navigation a little bit here. Escape should take me back. How do I... There we go. Randomly click on the top bar, not intently completely clear. However, they do have different modes here. Practice, quick match, cooperative, so that means you can play with your friends type there. And once you get to Heroes League, which is going to be level 30, which is your player level, and as you can see right now, I'm 7, so I'm just a noob. I'm just starting off in the game here. Then you start to get into this competitive sort of atmosphere right there. Then you can build teams later on, and you can get into... You have to be level 40 in order to get there. So that's the real competitive scene that you're getting on right there. Also, the custom games we have right here shows you all of the different maps. And that's one of the unique things. And one of the things I would have liked to see in different MOBAs coming up right now is just the real lack of maps. However, some people say that's because it's competitive. I don't really know. I kind of find it annoying because I'm more of a casual player. So maybe this is the MOBA for me. However, each and every one of these maps has a different rule set that is played on the map. So you can, for example, Blackheart's Bay right here, you can attack these like different things that spawn up every few minutes and get coins. And if you can turn in coins, which takes a fair amount of time, and I have actually lost a match just because we weren't able to turn in enough coins and the team came and ganked us and got the coins, you can essentially fire up this giant ship in the middle of the arena, and that's going to attack the enemy's defenses for you, sort of thing. So you can actually win games just based on by playing the objective of the map itself. For example, this last game I was playing here, Tyrael was the player I was, but we were always pretty much down one player this entire time because we had a player that was just coming in and out of the game, and the bot would take over when he wasn't there, but when he was loading back in, he was just straight up AFK, having a hard time with the game, which was unfortunate, but basically gave the enemy team a power play the entire time, and they were ahead of us on experience points, kills, and deaths and all of that sort of thing. However, we were playing the objective a lot harder, and we were able to get our Cursed Hollow, and we were able to get our Skeleton guy, and he was able to break down the bases and get us to a point where we were able to make a power play on the enemy's base. Despite being the odd man down, we were able to win that match right there. So there are a lot of different maps here. As you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different maps, all of which different objectives that play slightly different on each map. Some of these are quite similar. Cursed Hollow and Gardens of the Terror are going to play pretty similar, but there are one that was really quite interesting where you have that golem. For example, Cursed Hollow plays a lot like, what was the game? I'm trying to remember it right now. Minimum, where you actually go around and you have the creep spawn, and then you kill the creeps, and those creeps then power up your golem and go and attack the enemy base. And there's different things that play out differently on each map. So there's a lot of team strategy that goes into not only selecting the right heroes that are going to play together and complement each other, as you would get in any MOBA, but all the different maps that you're going to be dropping onto and the different skill and play styles that are going to be affecting each map. Some maps are bigger, some maps are smaller, and they all have their different rules. So I am really enjoying my time here in Heroes of the Storm. I've had a fairly successful series of games, and then I've also lost some as well, but I'm feeling pretty confident that I can jump into a random game just solo queuing. Even in quick match, they seem to set you up in such a way that you have a somewhat legitimized team. So it's not just absolutely random. You're just flung in with a bunch of random people and you pick whatever hero you got. You actually pick the hero you want to play, and then you jump into a queue and just join in a bunch of other people. And it seems to kind of work a little bit to the way where they're going to have some people that are going to be playing warriors, some people are going to play support and assault, and you may have a specialist mixed in as well. So all in all, I'm feeling like this is a great game for us that are more of the casual players, for people like me that are now have to go to work each day and come home and only have a few hours to play in a MOBA. I might actually be able to get into this game even on a competitive level. So I don't really know if I'm going to be YouTubing it all that much. However, I'm really quite enjoying the game and it's really impressing me. This game will launch next month, January 2nd, so be looking forward to it there. Not only that, it is launching and it already has a competitive scene in play, which Heroes of the Storm. If you haven't seen that, go ahead and check it out. I haven't seen a lot of it, I just know it exists. So thanks for watching, guys. I have very positive review as far as Heroes of the Storm, and I definitely recommend it to you if you happen to be able to get a beta key. Give it a try right now and definitely check it out when it comes to launch. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. Peace. I will see you on the battlefield. Brothgar out.